Holy Manalai, SELASSIE, Rastafari. Greetings, my African brothers and sisters, kings and queens, emperors and empresses. Yeah, man. So let it be known that the Black Starliner, I, the Black Moses, am very much aware that what African leaders give to us is just like 5 or 7 or 9% of what they go and get out of Africa. Yeah, man. My dear African brothers and sisters, how do you know the foolishness of an African leader? Now, this is how you know the foolishness of an African leader. It is when an African leader compare us, we Africans, the richest of the richest in the world, with a foreign country, which is like comparing a king with a beggar. When the time for judgment comes, they try to sponsor foolish substantiators of their wicked regime, perpetrators of their wicked regime, which is greedy and very selfish. For a matter of fact, very, very, very selfish. Not only Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso and the leaders of the AES and those who look like them, Assimi Goita and the rest of Mali, can defend the actions of governance in their countries. None of them that can say they are really for the love of Africans to come out of the shackles, mental shackles, physical shackles, because we are enslaved physically, mentally, spiritually, scientifically, politically. So if any African leader now handle these things in a manner that is African, is a betrayer of all the freedom fighters in the African continent. This person is not worth to be called an African. This person is just like the old slave master. They think because they are black, they are better than the old slave master. Then tell us things are going to get better. Instead, things are get little harder. They still have whips in our backs, just like the old slave master. Big up yourself, Samorii, with your big tune. So, what am I trying to say, Africans, my dear brothers and sisters? This behavior must end, whereby for them to raise funds for development, you must go and die in the streets. And even after you die, they still don't make the situation right. I want to confirm to Africans and the Kenyan people, which I am to rule as the Black Starliner, which means when I attain this leadership, the whole of Africa will be free, because the biggest of the replica of the Ark of the Covenant is in this land, and the Black Moses is in this land, which is I. Their killing of the people in the streets is a clear indication that they are agents of the devil, sacrificing lives of innocent citizens, little children, sick. You heard about the harvesting of the kidneys, yet they claim SHA is working. They claim that they are really for the health of the people. Yeah, man. Bombo clad. You know how you do harvesting of body parts in this country. So the Illuminati people, be warned, you are the one coordinating those things. The Freemasons and all the witches and the sorcerers and everyone who is a perpetrator of the evil things that happen upon this land. They sacrifice the lives of these little children to survive in power. Oh yes, they are human sacrificers. They do some human sacrifices in hospitals. They kill people intentionally for human sacrifices, for harvesting of human organs, for them to survive in power, which is now come to an end. And I, the Black Moses, and I, the Black Starlight, to bring judgment to the world, to all the leaders of the world. So hearken to this voice, you Africans or Ethiopians. Stretch your hands unto Jah. Listen to the voice of the Black Starliner. Black Starliner say, in order to pivot the rising of Africa and the unity of Africa, the president of Kenya must hand over power with the authority and the voice of the Most High, Jah, Emperor Haile Selassie. And we must do a contest, not even a content. It's a contest. We must know who is the real Jah and who is the false image you give to us. We must know. For the kingdom of Zion is here, and I must rule with the kingdom of Zion. The government of Africa, most of them, and not only Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goita, and the leaders of the AES, not only these people, all the others are for enriching themselves and their greedy, selfish counterparts, and not for the better of the country or its people. Haile Selassie, the Almighty, said, the leader is a different sort. He seeks effective activity. He seeks effective activity which has a truly beneficial purpose. He inspires others to follow in his wake. Yeah, man. The Black Starliner awake. And holding aloft the torch of wisdom leads the way for society to realize its genuinely great aspirations, which is of Africa to be free, Africa to unite. The Kenyan kingdom is the enforcer. The Kenyan kingdom is the enforcer of the Zion kingdom. History teaches us that unity, Haile Selassie said this too, is strength, and cautions us to submerge and overcome our differences in the quest for common goals, to strive with all our combined strength for the path to true African brotherhood and unity. Yeah, man. So Africans unite. If the American state touches Ibrahim Traore, let it be known that all of the foreigners in the African lands will have to vacate this land with all their leases and all their great investments which they are using to oppress Kenyans. And a time will come, even without doing a thing and a wrong thing to us, they will have to vacate this land, and then they can come back as how the African man wants them to come back all as the laws of the Almighty say. So let it be known that it is time for Africa to rise. It is time for Africa to be free, totally free. Yeah, man. In terms of policies, politically, scientifically, you know, educationally. Yeah, man, you see that? Africa must be free. It is time for the African people to hearken to the voice and stretch their hands unto Jah. Yeah, man, this is the voice of the Black Star Line. Repatriation is a must, but not all the black man. Marcus Garvey said, are worthy to be in the African land. Some of you are collaborators of the slave master. Therefore, for those who will be coming back to Africa as a repatriation, as a fulfillment of repatriation, and I, the Black Star Line, the Black Moses, here to accomplish that, it is for the building and the development of Africa in the African moral values, you know. And when I say this, I mean it. And King Selassie, I mean it. So it must happen anyway, anyhow. So it is up to you Africans to choose. It is up to you Kenyans to choose. You know, thank you Kenyans for going to Uganda to go and disrupt the elections. These regimes are falling. Any African leader who is not of the African manner of governance, all of you are coming down. And I say this without any fear of contradiction, because my obligation is to unite Africa. And my obligation, and to set the space of governance, you know, free, to set the space of governance free. Yeah, man. Holy EMMANUEL, SELASSIE, King Selassie is the Almighty. So we are gonna have that contest in the mountain. We're gonna know what is right, what is wrong, and how Africa should be governed. So the whole of presidency in the Kenyan land, you know, with your foolish advisors, start vacating power. You will hand over power. I can assure you that. Holy EMMANUEL, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari.